Hey guys, David here from the Team FPC, coming at you with a deck profile. This is actually my trap deck. I realized I'm missing a lot more pieces for my Gem Knight deck than I thought I was, and I'm probably going to do that on Dueling Network. If you guys know any good screen recording software, please let me know, because I really want to do that deck profile for you guys. So first I'm going to start out with one Morphing Jar. Because this deck is so trap heavy, you often set your whole hand, and then you have nothing else. So you play Morphing Jar to refresh your hand. I run double Marshmallow. It's better than Spirit Reaper in this case because it stalls out a lot more, and then that extra 1,000 points of burn damage actually really helps. I run 2 Effect Veiler because obviously Effect Veiler is just anti-meta. It's way too good not to run in this deck, and it really helps out the stalling process, and it really helps, like, whatever, to just shut down your opponent sometimes. In this deck, so that's what, 5 monsters, I believe? Yeah, 5 monsters. And then I run 3 MST. Royal Decree is a viable option because it's just something that really shuts down this deck. You run 3 MST because you really need it. In Game 2, it's really viable, and you just have them because you really do need them. I can't really say much for Game 1, but they're still extremely helpful. 2 Magic Planter. Ooh. 2 Magic Planter. I found that 3 is just way too clunky. The double Magic Planter really helped going into the draws. Helped me make the deck a little more consistent. 2 Pot of Duality. Again, the deck was a little more clunky with 3, but 3 is still helpful, but I found 2 to be a lot nicer, especially because I had to cut down cards because this is still more than 40 cards. And then I run the 1 Dark Hole because Jinzo is a viable option. I have seen people play Jinzo. This is really the only way you can clear Jinzo in this deck, unless you really make a really fast XYZ. So I have, let me see, 3, 6, 7, 8 spells. So onto the traps. I really do get a lot of hate for this card for some reason because I run the triple skill drain, but I don't run any Barbarosses. But I found Barbarosses, I don't really like Barbaros. It's too meta for me. I don't really like playing the meta. So yeah, but 3 skill drains, very helpful, definitely. I run 3 Metal Reflex Line. The 0-3000 wall is just way too good this format. The only really card that can swing over it that is a meta this format is the 5-headed dragon. So it's very helpful to have these in your deck. Obviously, with so many traps, you have to run 3 Starlight Road, or the Huge Revolution is over. I found Starlight Road to be a lot better because you can summon it, get the Stardust Dragon, use the Stardust Dragon to negate one more thing. It's very helpful. I run 3 Tiki Soul. Obviously, this is trap monster oriented. It combos really well with this, the Zoma the Spirit. So Zoma attacks, it gets destroyed. Soul effect on the field sets it back in the back row, and then they burn for whatever amount of damage they of the monster that Zoma got destroyed by. And then you run 3 Zoma the Spirit, obviously, because it's just one of the best cards in the set. Best cards in the deck, sorry. And it's just huge amounts of burn damage if you can get it off just right. I run 2 Grave of the Super Ancient Organism because Chaos Dragons is my worst matchup. Putting 2 in the deck was really helpful, and it's one of the cards that you can just side out really quickly because you don't really need it against like Insectors or against against Insectors or against Dino Rabbit, and then you can just play this. And then you can play this against like the Synchro decks because some people do use Synchro still. It's very helpful. 2 Magic Cylinder. Again, burn damage, very helpful. Burn is one of the win conditions of this deck. 2 Solemn Warning. It's a solemn. I run double Curse of Darkness. Curse of Darkness is just way too good of a card. It shuts down most decks even when you just play 1. Like against 6 Sams, you play this, they activate, and then basically you get a timer. You get 7 spells. The earlier you activate this, the better, because they have to burn a lot of damage just to get spells. And then they have to burn 1,000 just to destroy this, unless they have Dust Tornado, which people just don't run, usually. I run double Tiki Curse. I found 3 to be a lot more clunky than I wanted it to be. It was just, I kept drawing this at times that I really, really did not need it or wanted. So I just chopped it down to 2 and it just helped a lot more. I run double Imperial Custom. 3 was also too much for me in this deck. Again, too clunky, and I didn't really need the saves because I had the Starlight Roads. So that Imperial Custom and that were just really well. And also, Imperial Custom really doesn't work with Zoma, so that's why I cut it down to 2. I run 2D Prisons. It's very helpful against like heroes and stuff. It's definitely a really good card, this format. Yeah, there's not really much I can say about it. It's really good. I run 1 Mr. Theokai. I found that putting this in helped me with the siding into the side deck, and then putting it in also, like, it's one of the first cards I side out if I'm not playing, like, Dino Rabbit or something. And I put 2 more in the side deck. But against windups, this is a really good card. If it gets discarded, you can just use it in the grave. It's really awesome. Putting 1 in the deck really helped. And then I run 1 Solemn Judgment. Again, obviously. And then I normally run 2 Torrentials, but I can't find my second one for some reason. But I normally run 2 Torrentials. So I do not know how many traps that is. I probably should count that up, but I believe this is a 45 card deck. So now, I'll do my extra deck. I run 1 Catastor because Valor and a Trap Monster, level 4 Trap Monster. Obviously I run 3 Stardust Dragons for the 3 Starlight Roads. And I run all of these because you can overlay Trap Monsters. So you have to know that you can overlay Trap Monsters, so it does help. 1 Photon Butterfly, 1 Kachikochi Dragon. I normally run more of these, I just didn't take them out of my binder. Utopia Rays. Illuminite's not something I really normally run, but it's just an option for those of you who do like it. Shockmaster, it's really good, definitely. But the 3 level 4s are really kind of hard to get. Shark Drake really helped me. I put 1 in my side, in my extra, and I tried it out. It really did help me a lot. And then Utopia Ray, you still have more room, so you can put more Utopias, more Utopia Rays, more whatever. So yeah, onto the side. The side, it changes a lot depending on what the deck is, but this is what my generic side is. Macrocosmos. I have 2 of those in here. Again, obviously helps a lot against Chaos Dragons, helps a lot against a lot of decks that are out this format. 3 Shadow Mirrors. I really, really do hate Inzectors. I'm sorry, I just really do. Shadow Mirrors do help a lot. I run 3 Mirror of Oaths. Mirror of Oaths stops the TGU, it stops the Dino Rabbits. It helps a lot, this format. I run the 3rd Curse of Darkness because against spell-heavy decks, it's extremely helpful. And I run the other 2 Mischief of the Yokai. Again, really helpful. Against like windups and Dino Rabbit as well. I run 2 Chain Disappearance. Helps against 6 Sams, helps against a lot of the decks this format, especially Inzectors. And last I run 1 Summon Limit because I had 1 more card to put in the extra deck. And Summon Limit was just there and it helped a lot. And this is retractive, so like if someone already summoned 2 monsters and then they play Monster Reborn, you can Summon Limit. It basically negates the Monster Reborn. It's very, very helpful. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like the deck. Try it out. It's extremely fun, definitely. I play this deck all the time. Even at locals, I believe this deck is really, really fun. There's just no way I could drop this deck. There's just no way I would drop this deck. Alright, thanks for watching. David, signing out. See ya.